Athletes who play for the Cardinal and Gold.
Wide open, got behind the defense, and a perfectly thrown ball by a Miller Moss. Can you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 6 touchdown passes for Miller Moss.
Trojans Live is presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Now, live from Los Angeles, here are your hosts.
Here we go.
Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, and Max Brown.
Hello and welcome to Trojans Live, presented by Monster Energy on AM 790 KBC and across the USC Trojans Media Network. I am Jordan Moore alongside the All-American Sean Cody, our quarterback Max Brown, and we are joined at the top of the show by the new head coach for USC men's golf. His name is Mark Hankins. USC's head coach interview is presented by iTrust Capital, the official crypto platform of the USC Trojans. You're not that new anymore. You're making your way through your first season here, Coach, but you're new to us, so welcome to Trojans Live. You are a guy that's been at many stops. You've been very successful at many different stops. So what brought you out here to the West in USC?
Yeah, thanks, Jordan. I think one of the things that it's always been, I played professional golf out here when I was done with my career. Spent a couple years living, anywhere from Los Angeles down to San Diego, playing and understanding kind of the value of great golf courses, great weather. And I've coached against it my whole life. I've been in a bunch of Midwestern schools, great places. We had great success, but we're always fighting in the recruiting battle that, hey, you guys have snow, or hey, why do you have to be indoors all the time and hit into a simulator? Well, part of that is good for them, but also we did suffer in ranking. We did suffer early in the year, and this has always kind of been a destination school for golf, and I'm very pleased to be here.
Coach, kind of take us through the first year here. We're wrapping up with the Pac-12's end of the month. Obviously some building to do, but kind of run us down.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. One of the things that we tried to do right away was just kind of assess the current team. We did a ton of qualifying inter-squad. And then, we basically had our schedule already mapped out for us. So just tried to get, going, figuring out what we had. And I think, throughout the year, we've got some guys we've got 3 seniors on this team right now. They're putting in a lot of work. Most of these kids want to play professional golf when they get done. It's no different than any other sport. And so you want those seniors to lead by example. And, they've done that. We've got some new guys that I kind of brought along. Antonio Safa from Mexico. He came from the University of Missouri. And then Nico Dominguez was also from Mexico, came along as a recruit of mine at Missouri. So all in total, these guys have really kind of put in a lot of work. We've played some really good events. We've played some not so good events. And getting used to the golf courses, the one thing that I want to do is make sure that our schedule fits us the best that I know how to do. Make sure that we're competitive in every event, at least by next year. And then also learn about our local courses and stuff. I think we were talking before, we have to know what we're going to do to train these guys. I'm not just a go recruit guy and go play. We teach golf, we teach short game, we teach long game, we teach mental game, and we've got to have places that we are really comfortable with. And we have, we're very fortunate to have the Riviera Country Club, Rolling Hills, Trump, to name a few. And we're very proud to have those, but we got to make sure that we know how to fit those into a weekly schedule to get the best out of these guys.
Yeah, you mentioned all those different areas that you have to approach as a golf coach, and it feels like golf's unlike any other sport. I guess football, there's so much scheme, so much X's and O's. With golf, it feels like there's a lot more psychology, and psychology certainly plays for all the sports, but it's almost like what you don't say is just as important as what you do say in golf. How do you navigate that, especially like when I'm watching the PGA Tour, guys got putting coach, swing coach, mental coach, got their dad on the bag. Like it's a difficult landscape to navigate, I would imagine, as a head coach. How do you approach that?
Yeah, spend as much time as I can with my guys. That is absolutely my number one plan for success, is dedicate my life to making sure that they're great. Each one of these guys is elite. We wouldn't recruit them here to USC if they weren't elite, either the best player in their state, the best player in their country. And we bring them here, and their parents are like, hey, don't screw them up. We got them here to the top, but we're also going against other elite programs. And so, spending every day with these guys and making sure that they understand that I'm trying to help them learn about their own golf swings. You're right. Some of them do have their own swing coaches. Some of them do have their own mental coaches, things like that. We're trying to bring that all together make sure that we understand them as a person, because I'm with them on the golf course the entire time. Every day at practice, me and my assistant are out doing our thing. We feel like our job is in preparation mainly. At the tournament, we try to say less, just like you said, Mike. We try to do less. I was the coach that would sit at the 9th hole at a couple of my and just high-five guys and say, hey, you want something to drink? No, okay, go win the golf tournament, and they would. Yep. So we're not there yet, but one of the things I want my players to know is I trust them, and I expect them to make good decisions based on their round plus their teammates. So I think once they understand that, they're free to go out and play regular golf, and we want to put all of our effort into preparation and then kind of pull back at competition.
You're listening to USC men's golf head coach Mark Hankins on Trojans Live. Coach, I have watched a lot of golf over the last 3 or 4 days. I imagine you watched plenty as well, as much as you could. I'm curious, you sitting there watching it, I'm sure is different than me. Are you looking for teaching points, or what stands out to you when you sit and digest the greatest golfers in the world in the greatest tournament?
One, the first thing that comes to mind is how amazing Augusta is at creating drama. Eagles, doubles, birdies, water, all the things that can happen in a golf tournament happen in like 7 or 8 holes right there. And how each one of these players kind of reacts. I mean, there was plenty of text going on from me. We brought it up earlier, the Scheffler thing. Literally nobody in his box. Like, he is not reacting. He's hitting great shots, sticking his golf club back in his bag, saying, no, I ain't getting out of this until it's done. And kind of the new Tiger, right? He's on the prowl until it's all done, and then he'll smile. And he did. You notice him just kind of react at the end. It's like, that's how college golfers, we want them to act too. And, it's a little bit drab and mundane, and not every kid's going to look like that. But there's a lesson there, because even the best player in the world had to concentrate at 100% to make sure that he didn't lose that tournament.
Coach, we're watching this professional tournament, and golf is known for being an individual sport. You're out there. Yet in college, you got to play that team game. How do you dance that fine dance of, this is obviously you're trying to take care of these guys, get them to the right approach, but hey, we want to win too, so let's make this a team thing.
Yeah, I think the motivation piece, I think it creates pressure on them a little bit. So we do try to treat each kid separately, but at the same time, we do individual meetings as well as team meetings after each round. But a lot of that is motivation for them. They want to play well for their teammates. They want to play well for USC. They want to play well for their coaches. And so we have to kind of manage the expectation, the pressure that brings, because a lot of times kids will just dominate in practice, right? We've had some numbers in practice this year and some really good stuff. And then we get to a tournament and we're maybe a little tight and we don't quite put it down out there like we should. So every tournament's a learning experience, right? We do the stats afterwards. We talk about it. We try to be consistent. All I can do is continue to prepare them, be consistent, hope that they take some of those lessons, learn, and don't make the same mistakes twice. I think that's the biggest part.
Coach, every so often you'll see something on the football side of things about how participation at the youth level is down, and it's harder to find Sean Cody's as a result, especially on the West Coast, like bigger offensive and defensive linemen. Golf's the exact opposite. Participation's up, at least from everything that I read. How has that changed over your career in terms of the type of high school kid that you're recruiting, whether he's more athletic, more advanced, or just big picture, how the game's changed from the high school level as they enter the collegiate level?
Yeah, it's a world game now, and especially in the tennises, the golfs. These kids are getting trained by their national junior teams. So if you get a kid from Sweden, Ludwig, this week, I mean, that guy is 24, first major. Thought he was going to win, right? Everybody kind of started thinking that guy was going to win because he's won so many times in college. We watched it 100 times. But the bottom line is they're getting trained from the age of 10. And so these international kids come in really well trained, really motivated. And we still have a lot of talent in California, Texas, Florida. Are they the same level of commitment? Maybe, maybe not. But there is a lot more talent now, and there's a lot more learning. And they have TrackMan, right? So they have real data that shows it's not whose swing looks this way or that way. It's like, what's the data tell you at impact? That's the way the ball is going to curve, so these kids can learn on a higher level. And I just think golf is cooler now. It just is, man. I mean, you got football players watching golf, right? So that's once made it a more popular sport.
Jordan, I'm starting a little late on my professional career, it sounds like, in golf.
But to his point, all you guys are playing. Sua Cravens isn't here. We were joking. Sua's, dedicated his time to golf. Max plays a lot. You said you were playing this week. It is very cool. COVID, in a way, kind of helped. It didn't help much out there, but people loved golf, and it really helped and boosted the sport there. Coach, last one. You're a Big Ten guy. You were at 3 different stops in the Big Ten: Nebraska, Iowa, Michigan State. That's what I got you for. You're going back to the Big Ten now. Give us the scouting report on Big Ten golf. What does that look like for us?
Again, just talent across the board in every big school now, and I think that's in every sport. We're not going to have to play some. Everyone's kind of thinking, oh, you're going to go play in these northern places. Not really. We have a Big Ten championship at the end of the year. So I get to create our schedule like I want to be ranked, to be a top 25 schedule, to get these kids. Fortunately, unfortunately, these kids want their WAGR, right? They want their world amateur golf ranking. So the better college tournaments we plan, the easier it is to me recruit the number 1 kid in the country, because he wants to come play in big-time college golf tournaments here at USC. So the Big Ten has some of those great players. They kind of manipulate their schedules to be a little bit more fall-centric. They play in the fall a little bit more than the spring. We tend to be a little bit more spring-centric because we can start playing in January. I know all of those coaches real well. It's going to be fun. It was so funny. We had the Big Ten, the first meeting, and I sat in on that call, and I know everybody on the call. And, it's going to be fun, and we're working really hard to possibly get a Big Ten championship out here on the West Coast for golf. And I can't say anything about that right now, but we feel really strongly that would give us a little advantage, and we want to bring those guys out here.
Yeah, USC's the new guy in school at the Big Ten, but maybe not you, Coach. It sounds like you've been around the block, certainly in that league. It's great to have you out here at USC and building this program. The Pac-12 championships, as Sean mentioned, they start April 26th, so keep an eye on Coach Hankins and his squad. Hey, Trojan fans, did you know the Ralph's app gives you easy access to weekly sales and personalized coupons, and you can earn fuel points too? Check out the app today and save while you cheer us on to another great season. Ralph's a proud partner of USC Athletics. And Monster Energy, the official energy drink of USC. Unleash the beast. Thank you, Coach. When we come back, we will sit down with Keely Orr and our weekly football roundtable.
Blue 42.
Give me the energy to catch the ball, to blow by the defense, to crush whatever comes at me, to win the division, the conference. A ring?
Set. Put.
Monster Hydro helps Grunk perform at his best every day with the energy and electrolytes your body needs to win on or off the field.
Monster Hydro, advanced hydration for everyday performance, hard charging hydration.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Ralph's always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Ralph's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC! Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 with the tax benefits of a retirement account. That's right, invest in crypto with the tax advantages of an IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit iTrustCapital.com to start investing today. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans. Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 65 nonstop flights to more than 20 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting here is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
we take a break from debating blue versus red to focus on colors we can all agree on.
Let's do it.
It's Trojans Live with Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, and Max Brown. Also a good color.
Monster Energy, the official energy drink of USC. Unleash the beast. And want the inside scoop on this game and all things Trojans? Be sure to sign up for the 3 Torches, presented by Smart and Final. It's a free newsletter that'll hit your email inbox 3 times a week with game info, player insights, and more. Go to usctrojans.com/3torches and sign up. I know I teased football roundtable, but we're going to do that in a second because we've got our new defensive backs coach, Doug Belk, sitting down with us. Coach, it's been great to get to know the new assistants, particularly on the defensive side. We'll talk to Coach Jones here, too, on the offensive side later on in the show, but a whole new defensive staff for the most part. What brought you to USC? All you guys were so sort of accomplished at your other places and have decided to team up here at USC. What was the difference maker for you?
I think it was just overall tradition. You know, I had a couple good friends who played here, and Kerry Colbert, Kanechi Desi, me and Kyle Moore, who played here, played high school football together. So I feel like I had heard a lot about USC, competed against USC before. Ultimately, it was Coach Riley, his vision for the program and wanting to start something new, and had a great opportunity to have a good impact.
Sean, does Kanechi say nice things about you when he talks to his friend Coach Belk?
I hope so.
Coach. Old teammate? I don't know.
You heard him before?
Was BKU's habits better than yours? And
oh yeah, I mean Kanechi Desi is a legendary
sculpted
worker. You look at this bod, look at his bod. You know who's working out hard. Coach, take us through spring ball. How's it going for your group? You just this first time going through here, and you're coming to a close on Saturday. How was spring ball for you guys?
Man, it's been awesome. Really more about getting to know the guys, having the opportunity to get back on the field. And we got here and everything was so fast-paced, having a chance to slow down a little bit, get to know the players, implement a new scheme, and ultimately get to know the staff as well. So it's been really, really good for us so far, and we're winding down, and we're excited about where we're at right now.
Coach, you were a coordinator before you came here. How does your perspective as a position coach change now that you have coordinating experience under your belt?
Yeah, I get this question a lot, and it's been pretty cool being here. I think me and Coach Lynn see football the same way. And I think the more people that you have that see the big picture, and oftentimes I feel like position coaches are selfish in having the perspective of, in every scheme or every front or every coverage, somebody has something dirty about their job that they have to do. And so sometimes we have to put the DBs on an island to really be able to stop the run, or when we're trying to maximize coverage, understanding the weaknesses and the strengths of the coverages in the fronts. I think it gives me a big picture perspective, but ultimately I think it helps coach our players better. So we're not just teaching position-specific things, trying to increase their football IQ continuously and give them a bigger perspective of football.
You're listening to defensive backs coach Doug Belk on Trojans Live. Coach, you're from that Nick Saban tree. You had some time under him. That's obviously a pretty good tree to be in. What did you learn during your time with a true defensive mastermind?
Just being around those guys, I think it was more just the daily disciplines and the consistency, and always striving for excellence. And I think that's something that I've taken during my career and my travels since being there, and try to implement some of those things. Maybe not always scheme, or maybe not always, all the same resources, but definitely just the day-to-day habits and the consistency and performance that we strive to all be great. And ultimately, it's about investing in players and winning, and that's the ultimate goal.
Coach, I've let it be no secret on this show that I may have not been the biggest spring ball fan as a player. It was kind of a struggle for me to get it fired up in spring. But this being the first season you guys are doing it, coming together, it's a much different animal than if you had been here for a long time and you guys know your guys, maybe just working the young guys. What are you looking for in spring ball that can kind of be that launch pad for fall football?
Yeah, I think it's always hard, as a player to really be extremely motivated at times for spring football because you're not working towards a goal. Yep. And I think, with new staff, there's been a lot of excitement. So our guys are really eager to learn. But ultimately just the fundamentals, right? How we approach blocks. Are we in the right leverages? Are we competing at a high level every day? And it's kind of like an individual competition, within yourself. And I tell our guys all the time, talk about intrinsic motivation and being self-starters and finding things each and every day. Position specific and then individually that we can improve on. And I think those guys have done a really good job of embracing the things that we've been challenging them on. And the accountability factor is a big thing for us in the secondary right now, and playing with a high level of discipline because those things get exposed very quickly if you don't in game time, and they may often be overlooked but some of those things we're focusing on a little bit more than scheme, than just scheme, I would say. It's just that the way that we're approaching and the mindset that we have, and, trying to change the way that we think, develop a mindset, and develop competition within position.
Intrinsic motivation. I could have used it. I mean, Ed Ogeron got some intrinsic motivation going at me, but I could have used a little bit more of that.
Jordan asked you about the Alabama chapter, but I want to double down on that because could go down as one of the best staffs ever assembled in football. That 2016 staff with neither almost like a half dozen current head coaches between Dan Lanning, you got Kirby Smart, Mario Cristobal, Lane Kiffin, who we obviously know well. Question though is, like, what did you take from that experience in terms of all those guys maybe falling in line when they all had big aspirations? And it feels like that's been a theme with some of the assistants that we've talked to, is a lot of you guys had coordinating experience or had, Coach Sean Nua, coming from the previous staff, or guys that have head coaching aspirations. What did you take from when you were a GA that 2016 year that maybe you're applying on the day-to-day now in 2024?
Yeah, I think it's all perspective. Everybody, when you're around greatness and you're around people that strive to be great, you take a little bit of something from everybody and develop your own style, and I feel like I've been able to do that. And here, our roles have all changed, and it's really about, embracing your role and being the best that you could be, each and every day, and whatever vision that Coach Riley has or Coach Lynn has, and I'm just trying to execute that and develop our players and put those guys in the best position to be successful, on and off the field. And I think a lot of the disciplines and a lot of the lessons that you learn in football, they carry over. And so that's really what I'm trying to do with our guys right now.
A lot of the offseason conversation has been about preparing for the Big Ten, and so you sort of look at the line of scrimmage, and that's obviously going to be a major emphasis against some of these opponents. How do you see it affecting the DB room and DB play? Is that different in that league than maybe the league we're coming from?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, a different style of football consistently, and then you're playing different climates than you're used to. So you have to be comfortable in some of those situations, but ultimately, changing some of the body types, changing, some of the things that we have to execute, because DBs are going to have to tackle and you're going to have to cover. So we're looking for well-rounded guys with football IQ who love the game and that are in attack mode, because they're going to put you in those spaces and you have to be able to execute in tough situations. And no matter what the climate is or no matter what team you play, the mindset has to be the same. So we want to develop that as well as change the body types and the mentality.
Coach, real quickly, any names we need to maybe look out for on Saturday, or you've liked during spring ball?
Man, it's a lot of them. We added some veteran presence. Achille, he's the type of guy that makes a coach better, right? And he's very intelligent. He's got a lot of playing experience. I've been excited about the way that he approaches the game. He's taken a big leadership role within the unit already. Kamari came over from UCLA. I think he's a really special player that everybody's going to be really excited about. Just when you look at some of the things that he's already done, but he's never in a panic position. He knows the scheme inside out. He's been around Coach Lynn already, so he's been a huge addition to the room. Then you look at the other veteran guys that have been here. Shaw has played a lot of football, and then trying to develop some of the corners. And then some of the young guys, have really stood out as well and are starting to come around. Try not to crown any of those guys too early.
No name dropping for them.
They've done a good job, and seeing guys like Prophet, continue to develop and had a good showing in the bowl game, as well as Jacoby Covington has done some good things. And then my expectation is really high. My expectation is really high for Jalen Smith as well. He's been nicked up a little bit, but, he's done a really good job. He's been one of the guys who made a really, really big jump in the winter as far as, technique, fundamentals, and then obviously, he's gained some weight and gotten a lot stronger. He looks really good right now as well, and he's a guy that has already played all 5 positions in the secondary, and so he gives us the versatility piece that goes along with some veteran presence as well. And then Beavers is just, he's a hard hat guy. He comes to work every day, very consistent, does a lot of things well, brings a different level of physicality and toughness. And I haven't had a chance to coach Zion yet, but I'm really excited, for him to get back and have an opportunity to get out there and prepare and play. And he's locked in at all times, loves ball, very consistent. And then see a guy like Christian, his development, and he's coming off of, a shoulder surgery, so he's not full speed. Well, technically not supposed to be full speed. It's hard to slow him down. He loves football, loves to compete. And so all of these guys have done a really good job. And then you throw, D. Nick in the mix and John Humphrey, in the mix, and we've created some competition by position, and I'm excited about some of those guys and the young guys that are early enrollees, Marquise and Celis and Boatwright, and all of those guys have done a really good job and had some bright moments so far.
All right, well, you can see the whole crew on Saturday at the USC football spring game. That's going to kick off at noon. We will go on at 11 a.m., so catch us on YouTube if you're either your second screen at the game or if you're at home watching it on TV. But be sure to get to the Coliseum and pack the place on Saturday. When you've got good beer and good vibes, it's all Buena. Stone Buena Mesa Salt and Lime Lager is Baja-inspired and imported from San Diego. Located near you at find.stonebrewing.com. Thank you to Coach Belk. Back with more Trojans Live next.
USC Trojan fans, Smart Stop Self Storage is ready for game day. Smart Stop Self Storage is committed to making the self-storage experience easy and hassle-free for all Trojan fans. Whether you're storing your Trojans tailgate gear, need temporary storage while moving to a new home, or need a storage solution for your business, we're here for you with convenient locations throughout Southern California. Smart Stop Self Storage, the smarter way to store. Visit smartstop.com to reserve your space today. Fight on. Fight on.
Introducing Stone Fight On Pale Ale, with a balanced blend of hops and a deep golden color as vibrant as the Southern California sunshine. Stone Fight On Pale Ale is brewed to be the perfect companion for the beach, the tailgate, or cheering on the Trojans. Stone Fight On Pale Ale is best enjoyed by holding a can in one hand and raising a V for victory with the other. Find Stone Fight On Pale Ale near you at find.stonebrewing.com. That's find.stonebrewing.com. Stone Brewing is a proud partner of USC Athletics.
You don't have to train and compete at an elite level to enjoy the benefits of Honey Stinger products. Honey Stinger produces fuel for athletes of all kinds, using delicious honey and organic ingredients. Not only is honey rich in antioxidants, but it's also easily digested and absorbed quickly into the system to help you prepare, perform, and recover. Turn to Honey Stinger to achieve your performance goals and feel better along the way. Honey Stinger, official nutrition partner of USC Athletics.
We are Life Law, where we make injury law simple. We have two simple goals for all of our clients: full medical recovery and ultimately full monetary compensation. We understand that it can be overwhelming to face the uncertainty in the wake of an accident. We will be there with you at each step in the legal and healthcare process. You will pay nothing unless we win your case. Dial 1-800-LYFE-LAW or check us out at lyfe.com. Life Law, official sponsors of USC Athletics.
Spring is in the air, and so are footballs.
Heads up!
Let's get you back to more Trojans Live with Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, and Max Brown.
Trojans Live is sponsored by Pechanga Resort Casino, a proud partner of USC football. Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, Max Brown, and Keely Orr joins us now. We'll have a couple roundtable conversations as part of our final weekday spring show here for Trojans Live. Again, we will be on a 2-hour episode, technically Trojan Tailgate Show for that first hour, technically Trojans Live for the second, but you can catch it all on YouTube. Keely, you'll be a part of it on Saturday on the field, checking it out. What are you guys looking forward to? What do you have your eye on for Saturday?
It's crazy because my answer wants to be everything. There's kind of the main points of quarterback competition going on, an entire new defense, new scheme. What does that look like? The one thing I definitely want to look at is based off of Lincoln Riley's comments off of his Saturday press conference that he just had. He said the level of execution that we're having right now looks like we're not just 12 practices in. So I want to see, does that translate when you bring it to the Coliseum in front of fans? What does that look like? So definitely want to look at the defense, obviously.
Defense for sure. I mean, they're only going to do so much scheme, and there's not going to be a ton of blitzes or anything like that. But I'm hoping that we at least get a feel for the new guys and a little bit of a feel for the scheme for what that identity is going to be. Because I think, and Sean will be able to speak to this more so, but I think the difference of having two gap defensive linemen that are much more, we're going to go right through you rather than the slanting and whatnot. I think in the fall, fans are really going to notice it. Curious to see if we notice it in the spring. And then, like Keely said, I think the quarterback competition, specifically with Jaden Maeva, because I think we know what to expect with Miller. At least I feel like I know generally what we're getting. But is this one of those things where we're looking at each other and, hey, we got a real on competition in the fall? Or is it more so, hey, this is Miller's to lose? Or I remember the Jackson Dart spring game year where all my buddies were coming back being like, who's this number 2 guy? And you got you felt that coming out of the spring game. I think there's a world where maybe that's the case with Jaden as well. So intrigued to see how Saturday goes.
Yeah, I'll be watching the defense. I think, we can, for Lincoln's perspective, we've seen it for a little bit. We can kind of know what they're going to do. But I think defensively, you want to see how they operate, who they're kind of starting to trust in, and who are the guys they kind of are leaning towards, and those kind of things. You want to see if they, I think the operation is really important in spring, because sometimes, you're installing stuff. I don't know how heavy they're getting into that stuff, but you want to see that it operates correctly, who's getting it in, how they getting it in, is everyone getting the message, and those kind of things are important, I think, in spring, to learn that kind of stuff. And then who are those guys, like I said, they're going to trust in, and they're starting to be like, all right, I can start, maybe not filling out a depth chart, but kind of, all right, this is here, maybe this is here, this looks good. I like seeing those 4-down linemen in spring, in the first practice. I like that. So just a couple things just to watch out.
Yeah, Keeley talks about execution. You're talking about operation, and I think that comes back to Jaden Mayava and the quarterback competition, right? Because you'd think the leg up that Miller Moss would have is his experience in this system, but it does sound like Mayava has a lot of great physical tools, so his ability to do those other things will really sort of stake his claim or not, probably in that quarterback competition.
Yeah, it's an important game. I mean, obviously for quarterbacks, you're just kind of, you can single them out. I think that's why a lot of quarterback play will be followed here, because you can just kind of single them out there.
To watch.
It's easy to watch, like, as opposed to watching like an offensive line. And like, I gotta maybe watch it a couple times, maybe replay it, see who's going where. You can single out the quarterback. Did he make the throw? Did he not? What was the read? So those things are a lot easier to watch.
I also think it's the intangible component too. Like, we're saying goodbye to one of the best college football quarterbacks we've seen in recent memory. And so there's a whole new just aura around the program and the team. And this could very well be Miller Moss's team. I mean, there's guys that we've had on this interview set that, they talk in that type of way. Or if Jaden goes out there and balls and shows that, hey, he's got a high upside, then maybe that's not the dynamic. And every team's going to be different, but those are the types of things that you can feel out in spring ball.
I think in general, an underrated storyline is just how kind of new this offense will look as well. We obviously talk about the defense, but quarterback competition. Jonah Monheim now at center. The running back room, we'll have him on later today. Woody Marks is kind of the veteran in the room, but Amarion Peterson, Quentin Joyner, we haven't seen much from them really. And then wide receivers, we saw kind of a breakout game in the Holiday Bowl, but we really don't know who's going to be 1 through 4, who we're going to see. They've talked about maybe even going into the portal, getting more depth for wide receivers. So overall, like, it's kind of a new look offense as well to a certain degree.
A nice segue, because Anthony Jones Jr., your new running backs coach, has just walked in the door, so we will get to him next. Don't wait until game time to plan for retirement. Open your free iTrust Capital account today and get your crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans, and fight on Trojans and fly on with ONT. Ontario International Airport is a proud sponsor of our USC Trojans. Visit SoCalSoEasy.com to book your journey through ONT today. Keeley will come back and join us for another segment in a little bit, but as promised, your new running backs coach is next on Trojans Live.
Blue 42.
Give me the energy to catch the ball, to blow by the defense, to crush whatever comes at me, to win the division, the conference. A ring?
Monster Hydro helps Grunk perform at his best every day with the energy and electrolytes your body needs to win on or off the field.
Monster Hydro, advanced hydration for everyday performance. Hard charging hydration.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Why pay over $100 a month for cable when you can get live sports and TV for less with Fubo TV? Watch your teams, shows, news, and more on over 100 channels. Plus, on-demand entertainment, including full TV series. All on your TV, phone, and tablet. No cable or satellite dish required. There's no contract, no hidden fees, and you can cancel anytime. Try Fubo TV for free at FuboTV.com. That's FuboTV.com.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love, with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Now, back to more Trojans Live. Oh, sorry, that's Trojans Live. Looks the same. Once again, here are Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, and Max Brown.
Back on Trojans Live with Max Brown and Sean Cody. I am Jordan Moore, and we are pleased to be joined by Anthony Jones Jr., your new running backs coach. As I said earlier, talking to Coach Belk, it's been great to get to know the new staff here, as we've seen some changes going into the third year of Lincoln Riley. Most of those changes have been on the defensive side, but you come in at the running back spot, Coach. What brought you to USC?
Yeah, I think just when you get that phone call from Coach Riley, I think that's enough, right? I mean, just to be around him and just to know who he is and just his offensive background, to me, was a no-brainer.
Yeah, a running back coordinator too as well. So full plate of I'm sure there's a lot of stuff involved in that, working with the offensive line coach, working with the offensive line. What's involved with the running game coordinator that makes it so specific to, maybe your position?
Yeah, you want to be on the same page with everybody, right? So you have to make sure that the runs fits with the passing game, and you want to make sure that the pass protection fits with what the quarterbacks is doing. And obviously, Coach Riley spearheads it all, you know what I mean? But you want to make sure that everything is just clicking together for it. So just making sure that me and the right-hand guy with Coach Henson and Coach Hanson, just kind of work together just hand in hand.
You mentioned Coach Riley being a great offensive mind, but you've been alongside many great ones across your coaching career. Yeah, through almost 4 or 5 months being with Coach Riley and almost 15 spring practices. What sticks out to you that's maybe different about Lincoln Riley's offensive progression than maybe some of the other coaches you've been around?
Yeah, just his attention to detail. When you're on the field, you can see certain things and you can feel certain things. Then when you watch film on your own, you kind of see it from my point of view, like from a running backs coach point of view. But when you get in with him, it's like, okay, I didn't even know that was right there. Man, how did you see that? Like, how did you know that? So very smart. And what's unique to me is that I've had a chance to work with so many great offensive minds, right? You think of guys like Mike Norvell, and you think of Kevin Jones, you think of his brother, Garrett Riley, right? You just look at all those guys, and I've taken bits and pieces from each one, but Coach Riley, Lincoln Riley, he's just a mastermind when it comes to the offense.
What's the difference between the brothers? Yeah, you worked with Garrett Riley before. Now you're with Lincoln Riley. What's
sensitive question here. Nice and easy, Coach.
I don't know if it's much of a difference. Both of them are just real laid-back, easy-going guys. Super nice.
Way to play it. Way to play it.
Nice.
Super nice. You can tell they was raised by two great parents. I don't know. They're more similar than different for sure.
Scheme-wise, too? Is the scheme-wise pretty similar?
Yeah, so scheme-wise is similar. So when I took this job, I was on a plane over, and of course I'm nervous about just the new transition. Then when I was in the air, I'm like, okay, I got to calm this because surely it's the same terminology, right? Like it's the same thing. Like left is left, and right is right, and it's not. So but the terminology is a little different, but the schemes are pretty much the same. Football is football. Inside zone is inside zone. Outside zone is outside zone. Slant is a slant. It's just who you're throwing it to. It's the difference makers. But very similar, but is quite different as well.
Coach, you've been doing this for a while. Started doing some high school coaching. Take us through that experience, kind of your progression from a high school coach to a college coach.
So before that, I was renting cars at Enterprise Rental Car.
Start there.
And I got tired of washing cars, and I got tired of trying to sell insurance to people going on vacation. So I reached out to a bunch of coaches in my hometown of Memphis, and a guy named Telly White emailed me back. He did, and he gave me my first opportunity to go be a football coach at the high school level, and I stayed there for literally 2 weeks until they surplus me to my other high school. 5 years at my alma mater, then 5 years at another school, and life has been great ever since then. So it's been fun. I love working with young people, love working with others, just group of men. So I've been blessed throughout my career for sure.
And you played receiver in your playing days, right?
Yeah, if you want to call it that, yeah. I kind of play receiver, a little bit of running back when our backs got hurt, and just kind of filled in the different spots, So
as I was going to ask, how does, I guess, maybe you're going in between positions, but how does a receiver go from there to a running backs coach? And given the offense that you're in, does the receiver foundation help in teaching that position?
Yeah, absolutely. I think now when you look at today's game, right, you don't really see too many 6'2", 225-pound running backs anymore, right? So I think those days are kind of long gone, but you do see the guys. You see what I call the Reggie Bush effect, right, where those guys can take inside zone or outside zone 60 yards, and you see the receiver-ness come out of them, if that makes sense. And just look at how we use our backs here. We split them out wide. They catch balls out the backfield. We put them at different spots on the field. So I think that background kind of helps when it comes to that.
Tell us about Woody Marks. We're going to talk to him here in a moment. He's a new running back transferring from Mississippi State.
Yeah, well, it took me about 3 days to realize that Woody wasn't his real first name, So, but he's been unbelievable. I had a chance to recruit Woody way back when I was at the University of Memphis. He was coming out of high school, out of Carver High School in Georgia. So, and just to kind of get back with him, obviously we actually played against him when I was at the University of Memphis as well. So I got a chance to see him firsthand. And when I looked at the roster, I was excited all over again because he's a phenomenal young man. He's obviously new. He's been here, I think, a couple of months, but he's the leader of the room right now. He has that senior presence. He's very, very smart. He's a grad student. He's a dynamic young man. So I'm excited about him.
Coach, this is kind of your first time in Southern California, right? It's your coaching career is predominantly
my second time.
Okay,
but we won't count the first time I was here. Yeah.
But take us through living in Southern California these last couple of weeks. How's it been for you?
Man, I love it. It's somebody lied to me though, because my first 3 or 4 weekends has been cold and rainy. So but I'm used to that. So I'm one of the few people in the world that actually loves the rain. So I kind of felt right at home. But it's been colder than what I thought.
Because you got to run the ball when it rains, right?
Yeah, I love that part.
Air attack over.
I don't like the traffic so much, but it's come. I think as time goes on, I can get used to it. But love going to the beaches out here already. I've been several days. My wife doesn't know that.
Now she does, Coach.
Well now can we edit this part out? But sometimes she thinks I'm in the office working, and I kind of
getting a few sun rays.
Yeah, I leave my phone there so she can't track it.
You're recruiting. You're on FaceTime with some recruits showing them the beach.
Yeah, that's true too. There you go. Yes, it's a great place to live. So no, it's been great. It's been awesome.
Well, welcome to the Trojan family. It's great to have you. Looking forward to seeing the Trojans tote the rock on Saturday at the Coliseum. It is the spring game coming up. I think that's your running back outside who's about to join us here momentarily. He's looking for a hole to get in the room. Woody Marks is next on Trojans Live.
Good news. There's a Jersey Mike's coming to your area. You probably got a ton of questions, so I'll try to answer some. Yes, the meat and cheese for every cold sub is freshly sliced right in front of you. Yes, we grill every hot sub right in front of you. No, we do not accept pirate doubloons for payment. Yes, we have catering, 12 subs in a box. No, our restaurants are not haunted. I hope. Okay, congrats on the new Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
Blue 42.
Give me the energy to catch the ball, to blow by the defense, to crush whatever comes at me, to win the division, the conference. A ring?
Monster Hydro helps Grunk perform at his best every day with the energy and electrolytes your body needs to win on or off the field.
Monster Hydro, advanced hydration for everyday performance, hard charging hydration.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC! Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 with the tax benefits of a retirement account. That's right, invest in crypto with the tax advantages of an IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com to start investing today. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans. Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
Introducing Stone Fight On Pale Ale with a balanced blend of hops and a deep golden color as vibrant as the Southern California sunshine. Stone Fight On Pale Ale is brewed to be the perfect companion for the beach, the tailgate, or cheering on the Trojans. Stone Fight On Pale Ale is best enjoyed by holding a can in one hand and raising a V for victory with the other. Find Stone Fight On Pale Ale near you at find.stonebrewing.com. That's find.stonebrewing.com. Stone Brewing is a proud partner of USC Athletics.
USC Trojan fans, Smart Stop Self Storage is ready for game day. Smart Stop Self Storage is committed to making the self-storage experience easy and hassle-free for all Trojan fans. Whether you're storing your Trojans tailgate gear, need temporary storage while moving to a new home, or need a storage solution for your business, we're here for you with convenient locations throughout Southern California. Smart Stop Self Storage, the smarter way to store. Visit smartstop.com to reserve your space today. Fight on. Fight on.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 65 nonstop flights to more than 20 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting here is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
Football in the spring? Well, as long as it's not the UFL. It's Trojans Live with Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, and Max Brown.
The best in the game is brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises. Our best in the game is Woody Marks, USC's new tailback. He joins Trojans Live for the first time now. Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, Max Brown. What brought you to USC? You hit the transfer portal and take your shot out here on the West Coast. What was the reason?
Just been around here. Great place to be at. Phenomenal academics, and on the field that leads to that. And the great running backs that's played here. I'm very excited to lay the foundation that they have laid for us.
Well, we just had an opportunity to talk to your coach. He had nothing but great things to say about you. How's it been working with him?
It's been great. He's a great coach. He flies around. He's the same person every day, and he expects nothing but the best for our group.
And he's your fourth running back coach that you've had during your career. Did I hear that right?
Yes, he's my fourth.
I know for me, I had 4 offensive coordinators in college, and obviously it's annoying, and you usually want just like one coach the whole way through. But at a certain point, I felt like I was able to learn more football by having so many coaches where the same, it's 4 different ways of teaching the same concept. And as a result, I felt like I learned more ball as a result. Is there some truth to that with you as well, coming in here well-versed, having had to deal with coaching changes a bunch in your career?
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the spot. Just learning from different coaches and how they take it different things and how they want to say it. So I think it's been good, and I like every coach that have gave me every tip, and I brought it in.
Coach said you're already the leader in the running backs room. Is that just your age or personality? How difficult is that when you come in and you're a new guy here, you're getting used to your surroundings, but immediately guys are looking at you in that room?
I think it's just my personality, how I work. How when I came in, I just worked hard, and I think guys seen that, and USC, they brought me in good, so I applaud them for that, just bringing me in, and I felt the brotherhood.
We've seen a couple different styles of running back under Lincoln Riley so far, and he's been put some guys in the NFL, different kind of styles of running back. What can we expect from a Woody Marks style backfield? What kind of carries are we getting?
Just all around back. I can do it all. Not just a 1-2 down back. 1-2-3.
You want to catch the ball too?
Yeah, I catch the ball out of
You can block too?
I can block.
All right, here we go.
That's the most thing I want to do is block, yeah.
you can catch the ball so much. It was 216 receptions at Mississippi State. That's a lot of touches for running back. Has that always been part of your game? Is that something you just had to grow into because of the Mike Leach type of offense, or how do you assess that?
Nah, it's been part of my game. I know how to catch. My brother played wide receiver, so we used to catch the ball a lot. So that's been part of my game.
Part of your DNA.
Yeah,
love it.
Well, you're clearly a guy from the South, a Southern guy. How are you enjoying Southern California? Different South out here.
I'm enjoying the food is good. That's the first thing. The food is good. I really never seen a lot of street trucks, so I stopped by I got one outside of my apartment, so I go there every day. If I need something at nighttime, I just know the truck out there, so I'm gonna be good.
What's the go-to Woody Marks order?
I don't even know the name of it, but it's a lot of tacos.
Okay, yeah, a lot of tacos.
Taco Man.
Yeah,
Taco
Man.
Man.
It's a lot of tacos. So.
What you got? Spring game coming up. At first one here at USC. What kind of market? You guys can get that name popping going into fall if you can make a few plays. Fans will get to know you a little sooner. What are you trying to get done this spring game?
Just go out and show out. Every day I play myself on that. Just go out and show out, even in practice with no fans around. I'm gonna go out and be me, and being me is going to be excelling.
When you hop in the transfer portal and you're assessing your options, and Lincoln Riley flies out to see you, and he's able to say, "Hey, we've had Marshawn Lloyd, we've had Austin Jones, we've had Dye, all transfer running backs that have come in here and found success." Does that hold value to you when you're making that decision, or is that, hey, that's their path, and I got my own separate lane?
Yeah, it held value to me. Just knowing that the guys came in, some of them was one and done, and he laid the foundation of just them guys coming in. They did what they had to do and got out. The offense is great. I know the offense a little bit from being up on the coach Mike Leach, so that was a part of it too. That's why I came here.
Well, your real name is Jaquavius. Why do they call you Woody?
From Toy Story. I loved Toy Story when I was smaller.
Why not Buzz?
Nah, Woody was the star.
Oh, that's funny, man. Yeah. I was like, how did you get Jaquavius to Woody? But all right, there it is. I loved. What did you love about Woody there? What is that apart from Buzz?
Story.
He was just the light of the show. He helped everybody with Buzz and Andy, all them. He was like let's say the dad of the show. So that's how it was growing up. And
okay.
Woody Chase a cowboy. So
wait, so does that mean that you were watching the? Did you see the ESPN did the Toy Story version of NFL games last year?
I watched it. Yeah, I watched it.
You did? You were locked in?
Yeah, I watched it.
You made sure to reservation on your couch, Coach. We got meetings. I'm not there. I got to watch it.
Yeah, I was locked in on it until a little bit got they started doing the splash parts. I was it's getting a little too. I need to watch the.
My favorite part was the chain gang with the
slinky.
Yeah. What was your
dog?
With the dog. What was your
that's
favorite
probably
part of it?
That's probably one of mine too. Yeah, he's stretching out. And,
yep.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Jordan, can you give us your rundown of that game?
Not a big Toy Story guy. I feel like I missed out on that. People love Toy Story. If you want your Toy Story reviews or you want to talk ball, Woody Marks is your guy. Looking forward to seeing you out there on Saturday in the Coliseum. Have a great time. What number are you wearing in the fall?
Number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah.
That's a good running back number. The great Joe McKnight wore that number. Late great Joe McKnight. Should be a good one. Woody Marks, check him out on Saturday at the spring game. It is a noon kick. We will go on at 11 a.m. Back with one more segment of Trojans Live next.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Your first sip of Athletic Brewing Company's non-alcoholic beer is a game changer. It tastes so good, you can't believe it's non-alcoholic. With a variety of craft beer styles from IPAs to sours, you can sip and celebrate alongside the USC Trojans' game-changing plays. Find a store near you or order online at athleticbrewing.com. First-time customers can use code USC10 to get 10% off their first six-pack at athleticbrewing.com. Near beer, fit for all times. Exclusions and conditions apply.
Honey Stinger helps you prepare, perform, and recover throughout your athletic journey. Made with delicious honey and organic ingredients, Honey Stinger provides the fuel you'll need to push harder and go farther. Turn to Honey Stinger to achieve your performance goals and feel better along the way. Discover what all the buzz is about on honeystinger.com. Use code FIGHTON30 for 30% off organic waffles, chews, gels, and bars to help you sweeten the burn. Honey Stinger, official nutrition partner of USC Athletics.
Why pay over $100 a month for cable when you can get live sports and TV for less with Fubo TV? Watch your teams, shows, news, and more on over 100 channels. Plus, on-demand entertainment, including full TV series. All on your TV, phone, and tablet. No cable or satellite dish required. There's no contract, no hidden fees, and you can cancel anytime. Try Fubo TV for free at FuboTV.com. That's FUBOTV.com.
Spring is a time for rejuvenation. And Trojans Live. Once again, here are Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, and Max Brown.
Trojans Live is sponsored by Pechanga Resort Casino, a proud partner of USC football. And your Women's Spotlight is brought to you by Sprouts Farmers Market, open 7 days a week. Visit your neighborhood Sprouts for good-for-you groceries and great prices on the freshest produce. A lot going on for the women of Troy right now, but a big one to point you to is on Friday, USC women's tennis will take on UCLA here on campus, 1:30. And a win for the women of Troy will get them a conference championship. So good luck to Allison Swain and her team as they head towards postseason. But they're having a huge year, so get on out to campus and take in some tennis. Our over-under is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC Athletics. Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, Max Brown, and Keely, you're back with us, guys. This is like one of those count the jelly beans over-unders here. You ready? Over-under 140 days until kickoff. This is a trivia question.
Oh.
Okay.
Math.
All right, so we got like, what, 4.5 months?
April.
When do the Olympics start?
August.
Okay.
I'm saying under. We're no week 0 this year. August.
We're actually playing on a Sunday to start the season.
Oh,
wait, I'm gonna say over. I'm going over.
That's
I'm going
gonna change it. That's Saturday, Sunday changes it.
It's one day.
I'm going over. No week 0 game. August has 31 days. I'm going over.
I went under already.
Over.
It's under, guys. It was just
come on. What's the
trick? And it was 1 day. It's 139 days until kickoff.
Wow.
So it matters that we're playing on a Sunday show.
But did you do that goofy thing? Like, did you count today? Like, or is
I did
today?
that goofy thing where I put it in Google and I said, "How many days until September 1st?"
Thanks
it's
for
139.
putting a lot of work in that question. Thanks,
just working hard for you guys here. Give me a player that you're looking forward to seeing on Saturday.
Kamari Ramsey, obviously.
That's the one.
Yeah.
There's always one dude that has all the hype, not all the hype, most the hype coming out of spring, and you're like, all right, he's going to be an impact player. Feels like he's the dude. I'm looking at the QB though, Jaden. I want to see him in a USC uniform. See what he's got.
Yeah, I heard Coach last week Coach Entz was talking about how they're going to use Eric Gentry, and I was such a unique kind of player. How do they put him in the defense? How do they put him out there?
I think that's an interesting point too. Is we've talked so much about the new guys. You're always excited about guys you haven't seen, but when you bring in new coaches, it's how they use some of the guys that you have seen. It's interesting too, right? Like Bear's role will change. Mason Cobb, Eric Gentry, these guys we've seen. Their roles might change. All right, that has been Trojans Live. Again, we will start at 11 o'clock on Saturday. Thank you to Drew DeHart, Rick Cutler, the folks back at KBC, and everyone here. For Keely, Max, Sean, I'm Jordan. Fight on, everybody.
You can't spell victorious without USC.
3-receiver crunch set on the left side. One back is DJ Williams. The pitch to Williams, and he'll be throwing for a loss. And the Trojans have won the game! Triple overtime winner for USC. How do you do?
Trojans Live was presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Make sure to check back in Saturday morning at 11 for a special spring game edition of Trojans Live.